Hi everyone, this is Lilith and welcome back to another one of my video tutorials for All to New. Have you ever wondered how you can use the lovely All to New Craft a Flower die sets on a layout? Well, today I will show you how I use the Craft a Flower Tulip Full Bloom set to create a really fun, simple layout. Sit back and enjoy. Let's have a look at our supplies. So you will need the Craft a Flower Tulip Full Bloom set and also some pattern papers. I picked an array of papers from the Our Family collection from All to New. I cut one down to size to be my background paper, and all the others I cut down so they would fit my die cutting tool. I picked out different colors that would match the background. So I've got some teals and also some pinks. And don't be afraid to rummage through your pattern papers. They do make great papers for these layering dies, especially because there's a variation of color in there. But you could always go for the gradient cardstock as well if you prefer. So I'm going to cut down my tulips. So there are 2 in this set. And as you can see here, I'm using a pattern paper with a floral design, but I did like the lovely hues of pinks and purples and thought they would match really nicely for my floral images here. So I'm just pulling off all of those pieces from the dies. A nice trick is to use your tape. If it's sticking to the metal die, you can just use the tape and just gently pull off the paper which is stuck inside. So now that I've cut out my different tulip elements, I also need to cut out some of the stems and leaves, and I'm using a lovely dark green, which is from a different collection, but still from All to New. And once I have all the pieces ready to go, I can start assembling my layout. Before we can put the layout together, we do need to assemble our flower images. So there are 2 tulips in the set, and you can easily distinguish the 2 types because one of them has a keyhole which is a little bit larger, and this is going to be your reference point when putting the flower together. And then the other one has a larger keyhole. So I'm just putting together my first little flower and then I can work on the second. You can see that the keyhole is a little bit larger and you're just going to assemble the pieces 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. If you're a little hesitant, do have a look on the packaging because everything is explained there. And I'm just putting them one on top of the other until I have assembled my little images. Now with my first floral images, I misplaced 2 of the detailed dies. They must be somewhere in my stash, but I don't know where. But I think it still worked out really nicely. You can see it's at the top there on the right because of all the colors in the papers I used. So once I've got my floral images assembled, I'm just going to hold them all together at the back with some foam tape, and this will also add some dimension when I pop them onto my layout. Instead of adding the centerpieces to that open tulip, I'm just going to add some enamel dots in similar colors. As you can see, these are really, really simple to assemble, and I'm just using an All to New tape roller, but you could also use a precision pen or any glue of your preference. I was really hesitant when I got this set because these are really large flowers with large stems, and I didn't really know how to incorporate them onto a layout. But when I was playing around with my images here and trying to think of a layout, I knew that I would be able to make them work. So sometimes if a set scares you a little bit, you just have to have a go at it. So here are my floral images. I'm going to place the pink florals on the pink side of the paper and then the more teal colors towards the stripe, which has the teal shade. And I'm just placing my little stems and leaves as well. As you can see, they are very large once you assemble them, but these are pretty perfect for a scrapbook layout, but you could also use them on a card. I was wondering, what are your kind of fears when crafting, or what scares you a little bit as a product? We all have those products which we have a hard time with, but I do love playing around with them and try making the most of them. So here I've popped down my picture and I'm going to try and make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm using some more pattern paper and also tearing the bottom off just to add a little bit of detail and interest. Now that I've got the general design, I'm going to start adding some simple little pieces just to add a little bit more pop of color and a little bit more detail. Then to finish it off, all I need is a title, I'll also add some handwritten journaling, and that's that. See how simple it was? There's not really a lot on this layout, but there's still a lot of detail just by adding a couple of finishing touches like enamel dots, little butterflies. These are from the Mix and Match Mariposa Die Set from Altenew. You can find all the links to the products I've used below in the comment section, and please do visit the Altenew Mixed Media blog to find more details about this crafter flower set and a lot more examples using this lovely set on cards and layouts. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've got any comments or questions, just pop them in the comment section, and I hope to see you very soon with more inspiration from Altenew. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching!